the key question, Leith, is this sort of level of migration going to be enough to actually help ease the housing crisis in this country?
Yeah, I think, again, I think they need to be a little bit lower. So I still think with that level of migration that Dutton's proposing, it'll still be too high. We know that, that there's research that's come out from the Reserve Bank of Australia, from the Federal Treasury, and it shows that basically Australia's housing crisis began in 2005 when we ramped immigration. And under Peter Dutton's, proposed figures, although they're a massive improvement, they're still going to be historically high. So we're going to still have a similar sort of problem.
And even in Labor's budget, there was an entire section on meeting Australia's housing challenge. Now, it admits that Australia's housing supply has not kept up with population growth, yet it's blaming supply. Do you agree?
Well, they always do this. And, RBA Assistant Governor Sarah Hunter gave a speech yesterday which said exactly the same thing. As usual, both the Reserve Bank and Treasury refuse to admit that immigration levels have been far too high, even though they acknowledge that we haven't built enough homes to keep up. Now, that there is the fundamental problem. So under the intergenerational report's projections, Australia's population is tipped to grow by 13.5 million people in only 39 years, Danica. Now, to put that into perspective, that's the equivalent of adding another Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane to Australia's population in only 39 years. Now, there is simply no way that Australia can build enough high-quality housing and infrastructure to accommodate such a population explosion. So immigration simply must be slowed to a level below the nation's ability to build homes and infrastructure. Otherwise, the housing crisis is going to keep getting worse. And unfortunately, none of this is rocket science. Every viewer watching this understands this to be true. Yet the Treasury and the RBA continually avoid the most obvious and low-cost solution to Australia's housing crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. And meanwhile, Australians are struggling to find a rental or struggling to get into the housing market. Leith Van Onselen, always great to speak with you.